Hey everybody, it's Romania Black, and it is hot outside. So, yeah, it's really warm outside, and I am going into discussing week 7 with you all. So hopefully you guys are staying cool, and we only have 2 weeks of class left. 2 weeks, isn't that crazy? So, yes. I wanted to go over what we're doing for this week in Module 7, so hopefully you guys are following along with me. Module 7, there's not a whole lot to do as far as what's going on. We do have an exam, a response, and the big thing is to do the peer review for your paper 4. So yeah, let's talk about that. So as far as the peer review goes, just looking through that, I wanted to make sure you guys saw this lecture video first before you posted. Basically what it is you guys are going to be posting your drafts in the discussion forum. Now your draft should be about halfway done, should be about 4 pages at this point if you want full points. The more you have completed though, the more feedback you get. That's kind of my big thing about this, is that the more you have completed, the more you're going to get points for. So if you have, if you get time to get 6 or 7 pages done, that's just going to give you more feedback from myself and from your peers. Now, as far as the papers go, if you don't have 4 pages in the draft that you post in the discussion forum, I'm not going to give you full points for that portion of it. The other thing is, please attach your papers. When you go, and I'll show you guys how to do this, when you guys go to, I'm going to click reply on here. When you go to post your paper, you can say something like, here is my paper, and here's what I'd like for you all to check. And you can say like grammar, does it make sense, etc. You can post like what you basically want your peers to look at. Now, I do want you guys to give constructive criticism, of course, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But just if you're worried about something with your paper, like does this sound right, is it flowing right, go ahead, and my dogs are going to bark, so you'll have to excuse them. But go ahead and put that on here. What I don't want you to do is don't copy and paste the entire paper. Don't do that. That's not fun. Instead, go here to this attach button with the paper clip, and you'll choose your file from the computer. Now, your paper needs to be saved on your computer to do this. So if you've not saved your paper onto your computer, your laptop, Chromebook, whatever, make sure to go ahead and do that. So save your paper, and you can upload it there, and then you can go ahead and submit and save what you're planning to do, right? That's the big thing. So don't copy and paste your paper into it. It'll destroy the formatting, and I won't give you points. I won't even read it if you do that, so don't do it. So instead, attach your paper, all right? And then for your constructive criticism that you guys do, don't do this. Do not just say, good job. That doesn't help your peers, right? I mean, constructive criticism is giving positive feedback, but also being honest. So you can say, like, if I read a paper and I was like, hey, Rachel, I could say, I really liked your introduction and how you described the adaptation elements from your book to movie format. But you could also say this: I noticed some commas missing in your intro phrases or when you list things, and make sure you have in-text citations at the end of each paragraph. You put research in and a works cited page. So just something like that. Like, that's nice. It's just informing the writer, be like, hey, I noticed you didn't have this. Make sure you have it in the future, just so that they are aware, right? You want to make sure they know what they're doing as they move forward. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that. I'm just basically going to be looking at grammar, punctuation, that you have 4 pages created, and that your responses to your peers are fine. Now, we've been doing 4 responses per discussion forum this entire time, but what you guys are probably going to notice on here is that you're only responding to 2 peer drafts. So you're only going to read 2 peers' papers, not 4 like usual, just 2. You're going to post your draft and read 2 of the others and offer them feedback. That'll give you time to give more feedback that is more detailed to them, right? So I do want paper drafts submitted by Friday. Late drafts are going to be docked half credit. So if you post after Friday, I'm going to dock it half. So make sure you do that. And then your peer, and this is just to give your peers more time to read papers. I don't want everybody submitting Sunday and then everybody scrambling to read papers. No, and I would like to try to read some papers over the weekend as well to give you guys feedback. So that's going to kind of be the impetus behind that. But the earlier you post, the earlier I can look at your papers. So just keep that in mind. I would like to look at some people's papers early on in the week to give you feedback so you can do it going into finals week, right? But that's the discussion forum. You can email me if you've got questions. The reading response is basically very short this week. I know you guys have done some really long, really complex reading responses, and I'm really happy about those. But the reading responses this week is basically asking like, which genre of writing have you enjoyed the most? Were there any genres you were nervous about encountering? Has your opinion changed about those genres? And then of the genres that are your favorite, my dogs, choose an example from your textbook and explain what makes it a good example. And it can be a text we've looked at previously in the class. So, and they're due Sunday as well. So as far as the other things for this week, the only other thing that we've got, please excuse my dogs, they're being so loud, is that you do have an MLA exam, which is examining MLA, and it's going to test you into how can you do MLA format and doing it properly, which at this point, you should have been looking at the resources. You should know from 121, but I'm going to be grading you on that. Please make sure that you try to put in your draft an MLA works cited page in your in-text citations. Please try to have that included. That should be really important. But yeah, this week should just be those three things. If you've got questions, please let me know. But otherwise, I hope you all have a wonderful week. Please stay safe. Take care. If you look at the finals week, I'm going to go ahead and preview it next week for you all. But finals week is going to open up on Sunday, July 23rd, and it's going to end the 27th. So you're going to have, we'll talk about the final reflection, your paper will be due, the last reading response, and your final exam. So everything's going to open up Sunday, but I'm going to try to get a video out Saturday to talk about it with you all before finals week. So just let me know if you all have any questions, but I hope you all have a wonderful week. Please stay safe, take care, and I'll see you all next week for our last week, if you can believe it, of English 122. Bye.